Happy New Year!
Welcome to Extra. I'm Joanne Hines.
And I'm Georgia Lash. Here at Extra, we bring you expanded coverage of recently broadcast features from Sun City TV. We're starting 2025 with a celebration. This is our 70th episode. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hard to believe we recorded our first episode in 2018, pre-pandemic, pre-Pinckney Hall renovation, when we were shut down.
Now, Joanne, during that Pinckney Hall renovation in 2023, you thought of a way to add some extra to Extra, and voila, you created our newest segment, Extra Special.
Extra Special gives us a chance to bring you a story that may or may not have been seen on other SCTV shows.
So let's celebrate this septuagenarian episode with some of our favorite Extra Specials from 2024. Joanne, start us off with the story you're very familiar with.
I was fortunate to produce one of our first monthly shows, a cooking show called Healthy Eating with Leslie. For this Extra Special, it was fun to go back and relive some of the backstory of this show.
Leslie, what was the premise description of Healthy Eating with Leslie?
Well, Healthy Eating with Leslie was a way to demonstrate recipes that were simple and healthy and allow people to see how easy it is to cook or prepare real foods instead of going out to eat or doing a lot of processed microwave meals.
Now, was there an inspiration point that sort of drove the show?
There was. When the Eat Smart, Live Longer Club had lectures, chefs and doctors come to Sun City to speak, oftentimes when Sun City TV would re-air those lectures, there might be a 5 or 10 minute gap, and I wanted to prepare a recipe by that chef and show, how simple and delicious eating real food could be. And that turned into Healthy Eating with Leslie.
Turned into a series, so to speak. Great. We're going to be talking to your producer in a few moments, and then we'll see if we can get the two of you back together to talk about this. Thanks.
Great.
Jojo, you were pretty new when you began to be a producer of a cooking show. So what was that like? What did you get yourself into?
Exactly. It was an awesome show to be part of. We were a group of people that got together, and with Leslie's help, of course, with Leslie being the personality that she is, we put it together really good. I think we really did a good job.
Now, we are in right now Leslie's home, not a studio. So what was any recording session? What did it take to turn this into a place where you could actually get a half-hour show produced?
Well, we had 5 people in this kitchen. Well, actually, in the kitchen and the dining room. We had 2 cameramen. We had George, who was the director, myself, and Leslie. Me and Leslie would be in the kitchen. I would be running her stuff back and forth and all that kind of stuff. We had a lot of takes. There was a lot of takes, but it was always
like move furniture and things.
Yes, yeah. Well, all the stuff on the counters, and we had to lay out all of her prep work. We had tables in the dining room with all the different series of stuff because it was not made, done. It was like that.
Exciting. About how much time did it take to actually get a show done? And I don't know, like from script to, edit and, getting it on YouTube.
I would say, and I didn't clarify this with any of the other guys, but a total of 7 to 8 hours. But the best part was after we filmed, we got to eat the food.
Let's go ahead and bring Leslie back in because I've got some questions for the two of you.
Okay.
All right, I've got the two of you here together, and I've been able, of course, to be fortunate enough to see the shows. There's just still some questions, and as they say, let's start spilling the tea. Okay. All right. I don't care who jumps in first, but I understand that what we didn't get to see on TV are some gaffes that occurred. Anybody want to mention some of those?
When BJ forgot to turn the camera on after doing about 5 minutes of filming.
Parsley, I'm going to save some to garnish it on top. That always looks good.
Wait a minute, I didn't have the recorder running. all right.
Yeah, what happened?
Okay. Okay, and Leslie, I'm sure you had no mechanical or other issues that interfered from your memory. You probably tried to block them out.
Oh, we had quite a few. Maybe it was the landscapers coming around, or maybe Richard walking out the door, or maybe the top that I couldn't get off of the tamari sauce. That was exciting. A quarter cup in a bowl.
No, we're not. Oh, we are. It's that easy.
Okay, so those are those mechanical things, but and maybe I'll start with you. What were some of her bloopers?
Oh,
Because you did a whole show on bloopers. That's the one everybody needs to go and find.
The best episode.
her bloopers. Oh gosh, there was so.
She didn't mean that, Leslie. She didn't mean it.
Her Julia Child impersonation.
Oh, I heard you do a good Julia Child. So you know what's coming next.
Hello! Welcome to Healthy Eating with Leslie.
I'm glad you didn't do the one about the chicken where she cuts her finger.
Oh, no way. No.
So any others that you can think of?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, you think. I'm going to ask Leslie. You remember some of your famous ones?
Well, there were a lot. I would go on and on and on. I mean, don't get me started on the corn story. That was good. That's worth watching the episode.
I got it. 10 takes of beans. Oh. The 10 takes of beans.
Oh, wait. Is this the beautiful,
The beauty of
beautiful
beans.
beans with a beauty on your price or something?
Yeah,
that, okay.
Beauty of the budget or something like that.
Now, if you look back, favorite episodes, favorite moments, things that really you look back and it just kind of makes you happy.
I think it was the first episode because we really put a lot into that, and it was our inaugural episode, and I like that. We made nice cream.
Yeah. We got a lot of requests for recipes.
Good.
Yeah, for nice cream.
Nice cream.
Yes.
How about you?
Satisfy your sweet tooth. And we did a lot of good recipes, and some were decadent, some were simple as fruit. But people did stop and ask me, how do I make that? It was good. It was a good array. Satisfy your sweet tooth.
Okay, the first one. Audience feedback. I know you said people, and I know I, from the email end of this, got requests for the recipes that I would, copy and paste and send on to them. Anything you heard from, people as they saw you, at different events, and they're like, hey, you're that cooking show lady.
I got a lot of feedback, and it was positive feedback, and we laughed together at the blooper episode, and people stop me in the grocery store sometimes and ask my opinion of it, or where can I find this, or what do you think? And so it's very rewarding, and if you've helped one person learn something about healthier eating, then I've done my job.
I think that says it all. Yes. You ladies did a great job with the show. You still can find Healthy Eating with Leslie on cable in our block of programming called Retro SCTV and on YouTube. Oof. The corn story, the beautiful beans. Now you can still catch daily episodes of Healthy Eating with Leslie in our Retro SCTV program block.
Now, Georgia, it's your turn.
The many poignant events organized by our Sun City Veterans Association are enhanced by their color guard. After seeing them at so many events, I finally got them to sit down to share their experiences. What a privilege it is to be sitting here with the Sun City Color Guard. What a pleasant afternoon we're going to have listening to the personalities behind the precision they always demonstrate. We've brought all these gentlemen together and we're giving them a task. We're going to ask them questions about this service that they so boldly perform for us. What are the responsibilities of the color guard?
The color guard presents the colors and the flags of each of the services at public events and at private services, that's funerals and such. We not only provide this service for Sun City, because we certainly spend many times at the ball field. We go off campus and we're requested for color guards at Beaufort National Cemetery, in other ball field situations where the police were playing the fire department in Hardyville, and we've been requested as far as Hampton. So the color guard has many responsibilities, and what we do is, in a military fashion, we present the colors for the national anthem, and then we retire the colors so their ceremony can go on.
Are there any particular requirements to be a member of the color guard?
Well, first of all, you have to be a former member of the U.S. military, any service. And secondly, you have to know your left from your right so you can march appropriately and be able to take orders from our commanders.
How much of a time commitment is involved?
Well, I don't think there's very much of a time commitment. We do a lot of practicing, and we do a lot of, color guard ceremonies. For me, I think it's such an honor to be a member that no time is too much time.
What inspired you to join the color guard?
When I moved down here to Sun City, I wanted to be part of the Veterans Association, and that was my goal. And then, after a little bit, I wanted to be more part of a team where you work together. And a good friend of mine, Steve Root, he's a member of the color guard. He kind of led me into this position, and it's been an honor ever since.
I wanted to display my patriotism for this beautiful and wonderful country that I served in the United States Army, and I wanted to carry on the tradition and the patriotism involved with this wonderful group of fellas that I am a member of.
In approximately how many events does the color guard participate in?
Originally, there were 3 events that they did a year. Over the years, since David was commander, we have done as many as 18 events a year. In Sun City, there's Memorial Day, Flag Day, Veterans Day, 9/11, and the ball field. But this color guard has a wonderful reputation, and we are asked to go outside and do a lot of events.
How would you describe the relationship you have with your fellow color guard members?
Yes, when I think about our club and our group, and specifically the color guard, I think it's much different than any other clubs we have here in Sun City. We consider ourselves brothers. We're comrades. We care for each other. We laugh with each other. And we cry sometimes. But it's one of the best clubs we have here in Sun City.
You've been a long-standing member of the color guard. What have been the best experiences that you can describe?
Well, I'm not the oldest, but my friend here, Doug Hines, he is the oldest. He's probably got 18 years in. I have 17 years in. And I consider this color guard one of the best in the low country. We do a lot of events during the course of a year. At one point here, we were doing maybe 23 or 24 events a year. Before that, they were probably doing only 3 events a year. But I think it's a great club. And I joined the color guard because back home I was a sergeant at arms of my volunteer fire department for 26 years. And I was involved with the American Legion along with my friend Billy Field. We did the color guard back there together, the firing squad. And when I moved down here, that was one of the first things I did was join the vets. And within 2 weeks, I was commander of the color guard. Thank you very much.
Now, can you recall any special moments from any of the past events in which the color guards participated?
One special moment that I had, we were presenting the colors for the national anthem for the 4th of July ceremony on the island, Palmetto Dunes. And I happened to be on the bugle that day. And I brought the bugle up to play it. The mouthpiece fell off, hit my foot. I knew that then, but we went right along. Nobody knew it, not even our commander. When it was over, I bent over, got the mouthpiece, and we went on.
Well, we've learned some secrets and some very, very great moments that this group has had. Let's close out by saying At the Veterans Day ceremony, Commander Davis named the color guard the face of the Veterans Association. Now we know why. Let's close out with Bill Field, the commander of the color guard. Bill, if you've got any words that you'd like to share or like to add for this fine group of men that are sitting here.
Thank you, Georgia. I've been in the color guard for 12 years. I've been color guard commander for 1 year now. These are the finest men I can think of to do the job they're asked to do. There's never a time that I've asked this group of men for a job and we've been turned down. So I can't be happier to be a representative of these fine men.
They truly are the faces of the Veterans Association, Georgia.
Now, we do pick some of our extra specials just because they're so much fun to do.
Maybe too much fun. Here's some co-host bloopers from a festive July 4th Kids' Day.
Oh, this is great. Oh, it's time to chill, but not that much. No. Okay, this looks like it's going to be so much fun. And just, no.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Oh, here we go! Woo! Oh, here we go! Woo! Good.
What card you get?
Get ready. I know. Wait.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
We're on.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, we have had a fun day today. So many kids here. So much to do. And now it's time for us to just chill
out.
Now, when you get a whole week of stories like Life Under the Sun, it's special.
So we made it an extra special. Georgia?
Life Under the Sun puts all the reasons we moved here into an entertaining bundle. It started with the club fair and finished with a glow dance party finale. It could have been a whole show. So let's look at what we picked out for the highlight reel. Tanya, we're spending this whole evening letting people brag and thank all the great people that are here today. It's your turn.
It's just amazing. I mean, it's simply amazing. Look at all of these people at this event. These are volunteers. They give each and every day, I mean, of the goodness of their heart to help this community, to help their fellow residents, their neighbors. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And we hear so many bad things out in the world and things like that. But you come here and you see happiness, you see smiling faces, you see people giving back, not only inside the gates, but outside the gates too. We need a day for our volunteers. We need to appreciate our volunteers. And what a night under the stars to do it.
We've had a lot of thank yous this evening, and I know we've directed some toward lifestyles. But seriously, we volunteer, but we can't do what we do without all of you directing us. Give us how many people here are tonight as volunteers?
Yeah, so it's a record number tonight. So we are up to 415 that attended tonight. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and we love it. This is our favorite event of the year. So,
well, we thank you. As always, you take good care of us, and that's why we keep volunteering.
Well, thank you guys.
So, what advice would you give to future walkers?
Do it. Do it. It's wonderful. What a way to start your day.
Agree. Oh, we've got a morning ready to go
What
here.
are we going to do?
Okay.
What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to glow.
Glow? Okay, that sounds like fun. How are we going to do that?
We're going to do it at a dance party.
Oh, am I invited?
You're not invited. You're hosting.
Okay.
Okay, you are hosting, Wild Bill. Now, I know you've got those classes going and going and going. Now they're going to have them glowing and glowing and glowing. So tell us about what's happening here today as part of Life Under the Sun.
Life Under the Sun, we have a special class here at Pinckney Hall, and we have 4 different fitness teachers that are going to be here, and we'll be featuring 15 minutes of each of those 4 teachers, and you'll get a different style of fitness dance. It's going to be a good time. We'll have some old songs, we'll have some new songs, and the place will be packed.
Are the Wild Billettes all coming today, too, to support your efforts?
Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. I think busloads are coming. I know that we're going to put people up in the balcony. We know that planes are flying in. If the airport is open, this place is going to be booming with happy, happy dancing.
You know, we didn't get the wind that we thought we would from Milton, but I think we're going to be creating quite a storm in here. What do you think?
Yes. They say I'm full of hot air, and it'll be turbulent.
Well, let's get going.
Okay, let's
do
it.
No. Let's get glowing.
Let's get going. Goodbye, everybody.
Stories like that are a labor of love and laughter, that's for sure.
Now we've got one more special that we both have a special connection with.
We'll finish with the extra special we produced for the annual Synchronettes show. You may all know, Georgia is our MC.
And Joanne has quite the Synchronettes resume. Choreographer, set designer, you're our show's official greeter, welcoming all of our audiences.
Well, this historically sellout show is a special effort of so many. We wanted to take you in to see what it takes to make the magic happen.
A show that's this successful year after year doesn't just happen. So what's the production timeline for the show?
We start very early, and the producer and director work very closely. And shortly after the end of the current year's show, the performance committee meets and we critique all the different aspects of the show and decide what, if any, changes need to be made. Then the next thing we do is choose a theme for the year's show. And we confirm the show dates and reserve the pool and schedule all the practice times. So then we start getting ready for the practices, which start in the fall in usually October, November.
That's a long timeline. Now, you mentioned theme. This year's theme. Lights, camera, splash.
Well, now it's your turn, Linda. How many Synchronettes will be performing in the show this year?
Well, we have 31 swimmers, and all of them will be in the closing routine.
And how many practice hours are involved getting everything together?
Oh, that's a tough one. We start in October with the opening and closing routines for an hour for each routine. And then in November, all the other routines kick in and start. And they practice once or twice a week for about 40 minutes each time. And then if you're in several routines, you could be at the pool 4 days a week, and even more if you are a choreographer.
Right. Well, let's recognize some of the behind-the-scenes key players and jobs that they get to do.
All right. Well, it takes a lot of people to put on a show. It's more than you would think. And we need an announcer, a photographer, someone to play the music. We need door holders, people to open the doors to make our entrance. We need people in the locker room to assist us to make sure that everybody's lined up and ready to come out on time. And then we need, even before the show, we need people to assist with decorating, setting up chairs, taking out the lane lines, videoing the show, and the list goes on.
Well, we're all anticipating the show, and we cannot wait to see it go down. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, Mitzi, what skills are needed to be a true synchronette?
Basically, you just need to be able to swim basic skills. If you like to get your hair wet, and if you like to keep your head underwater, that just helps a little bit too.
Give us an idea of what's involved with the choreography of the show.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Most of us come here without ever having done any choreography with synchronized swimming. So it kind of depends on your background. If you are doing dance or have done dance routines, a lot of those people like to do counts. But for some of those that really have never done dance or anything like that, we'll use the words in the song or a combination of counting and words. And each year we pick a theme for the show, and the choreographer gets to pick the music that they want to work with.
Now tell me, what are some of the skills that wow the crowd?
Okay, well, the big one that really wows the crowd you can almost always count on. It always makes us laugh because it's called a plank, and it's where one swimmer goes over the other swimmer, which is kind of exciting. We have fun doing that skill, so that makes it a plus, but it really is one of our most basic and easiest skills to do. We as swimmers like to disappear by kipping, oystering, surface diving, or any other way, and we stay underwater and reappear somewhere else, and we think that is a lot of fun to do. But really, we just love performing, and the audience kind of picks the things that they like the best. And I think most of the applause comes from when we're the most synchronized, and that's why we spend months as choreographers teaching our swimmers how to be more and more synchronized, or what we call show ready.
That's true, Mitzi. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Thank you, JoJo.
You are the dazzle in our Synchronettes show, and you bring the dazzle to all of our swimmers that have been out there. But I have to ask, there must be some considerations that you make when you have all of your actors, so to speak, in water.
Okay, so one thing, they have to all be different colors. They have to be able to swim in them. Yeah, that was an issue one year. And they have to last and not fall apart for 4 shows now. And they have to be easily taken off and put on. They can't have a million parts like we did one year.
And we all know the joy of putting on and off a bathing suit, a wet one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Bathing suit, tights, and a swim cap. And you adapt them to 9 different themes of a show. What's your trick?
Okay. Mainly now the girls are coming up with their own ideas. Yeah. So, and we use whatever we have in inventory, and we can adapt. We can change a little bit. The costumes are getting less expensive because we're reusing, because we have 30 boxes in our inventory. So get to that. So,
what are some of your favorite themes you've done?
Oh, my favorite one was the Puff the Magic Dragon. They had tails, and they had and they had the scales. So that was a lot of pieces the girls had to put on. So we said no more of that. Okay.
Now we have an exciting theme this year: movies. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Can you give us a sneak peek at one of the costumes?
We sure can. We have Goldfinger.
Judy,
yes.
If that's one of the costumes, I can't wait to see the others. Again, you're the dazzle in our show.
We hope that got you ready to see this year's Synchronette show. It's out of this world with our 2025 show theme, Sun, Moon, Stars.
That's our show for this month. We so enjoyed looking back. We owe so many thank yous for all these 70 episodes, and topping that list is our editor, BJ Batt. While JoJo and I coordinate our outfits, we pick out some fun backgrounds, then we sit here at the desk for a few minutes, BJ spends hours editing to make this all work.
And thanks to our studio crew and to our reporters who give us all the stories to share, and most of all,
thank you for watching.